What is up, my riders? So I'm going to be posting another video today of just like a quick tutorial that I did with my headlights, converting the headlights on the GLI to LED bulbs instead of halogen. You can look forward to that too. I just wanted to make this video specifically for anybody that is like either going through something, hard times, or whatever it may be. I was blessed again with the ability to wake up. I fell asleep listening to like some religious background piano music because I haven't really been able to sleep much since I've had this crazy experience in the last video. If you guys aren't aware, please check it out. But I kind of want to title this Proof That God Is Real and Will Show You in the Most Mysterious and Weird Ways, even if it's not the most convenient timing. So I've never had anything, and I mean anything, happen to me like this. But I watched the guy that I recommended to you guys on the last video. He does sermons, preacher on YouTube for the people that can't actually make it to his. And I really think that it's been helping me just watch. He's very relatable and kind of like he has like a funniness about him and stuff, which makes him relatable, which makes you feel more like you want to, I don't know, it makes it less scary or whatever you're dealing with, that you're kind of like scared to reach out to God. And so to sum it up, and like I said, I have to get better at like knowing verses and stuff, but he was talking about repetitive thoughts and how the scripture showed it is, I can't think of the name of the person in the Bible, but they received a letter from their enemy, and the letter had said that he will be slain, that he will be killed. And it's kind of like how you have a negative thought in your head and you just like keep reminiscing, keep spinning on it. But what did he do? He read it once and gave it to God. I'll say that again. He read it once and gave it to God. He didn't reread it 1,000 times over or try to understand it in 1,000 different ways. He gave it to God. Now, that really like spoke to me, and I really resonated with that. Pushed myself today. I'm like, you know what? Getting out of the house again. I'm gonna go mow because I've really been like slacking off and the weather hasn't been good, and I do landscaping. So I'm mowing and I finish this like really nice lady's yard. I've grown up with her, I know her, and I don't even know the context to this, but I just want to tell you guys, get it out there. I will show actually on screen just to like prove that this happened, and there is no other explanation I can make of this. But I'm standing there and I can't quite remember if she was completely out yet or of her house, because she was bringing me money for mowing, and we were kind of talking, and I saw a kid throw a piece of paper out of a school bus, and I was starting to walk away, and I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, I'm gonna go back and pick it up. That's so rude to litter. And it was kind of like a ball, but like unraveled a little bit. So I was like, what is this, some kid's homework? Like, why did they throw this? And I don't know if it was for me. I don't know if it was for the neighbor. I don't know if it was something that this kid was given. And that's the whole purpose of me making this video. If someone's struggling with this, is the letter that I read verbatim said, sleep forever, please die. Now you guys have to realize this school bus, I'm almost 100% sure, because I think the middle school was a little bit later in the area that I was at. It could have, I'm almost certain it was middle schoolers. So either one, somebody told a kid that, they crumpled it up and threw it in her yard. Some kid thought it was funny to throw that in her yard for whatever reason. Thirdly, they threw it for me that was standing out there while she was coming out to bring me the money. Ironically enough, I read it. I showed my sister and my cousin that was there at the time. I showed my grandpa because I was talking to him about religion a lot and stuff. And that was the craziest, weirdest whatever you want to call it, I've ever experienced in life. And the funny thing was, when I read this, even though I knew that it very well could have been about me, some kid could have just jotted down and threw it. I read it and I was kind of like shaky, but I wasn't shaky because I was angry. I wasn't shaky because I resented the person, whoever did it. I wasn't shaky because I was upset. I was shaky because this was proof, just another sign from God that he works in mysterious ways. What is the odds that I watched something online last night talking about the exact same thing in the Bible that then happens to me in one way or another the next day? And I honestly can't even lie, if I was still my old self, where I wasn't turned to religion, I don't even know if it would have happened to me. If it would have happened to me, it probably would have like destroyed me, because I've dealt with a ton of negative things on YouTube over the years. I just stuff it away, and I'm strong enough to get through it, but I've never been to a point where I just prayed about it. And I went on and got outside on the mower and kept mowing. I didn't even like stray. The normal me is somebody that would have like been super upset about it, would have taken it to heart, because I take so many things to heart. I take every word that somebody says to heart. I feel like I always have done that. And I always compare myself to people. But I think the message behind this was, God is real, God is alive, God is seeking warriors, he's seeking people to turn to him. He will reach out to you in the wildest, craziest ways. And I actually called and talked to my dad and his wife, because if you missed the last video, I referenced this, that I got a chance to speak with her, and it was really, really nice. She's like a devoted Christian, and she has helped me so much. They were actually at a loss for words. My dad's like, are you sure that they didn't mean it for someone else? Are you sure that they... And I was like, I don't know. But the message came across loud and clear, that the only message that I was receiving, I mean, I'm not going to lie, it did upset me a little bit when I started to think on it. But I prayed. I gave the message of the enemy, or whatever, or whoever it was for, I gave it to God. And I said, I pray if it was a kid, that he got that from somebody else. Someone told a kid to do that, and they just threw it out because he was upset. I pray if it was for the neighbor that I was working for, and I really hope that it wasn't, but I'm really glad that I got it. And even if it would have been a lot worse if I didn't pick that up and she would have found it. It's just like really, really crazy that I was the one to be like, I started to walk away, and I'm like, I'm going to go and pick that up, because when I grew up, my pap was always like, never litter, never litter. I was like, I just got done mowing the lawn. It looks good. Why would you throw a piece of paper? And that was the craziest thing. And I'm going to keep these a little bit shorter, just to kind of summarize stuff a little bit and keep you guys' attention. But God will work in mysterious ways, and God will reach out and find you. I am completely 100% positive about that. Doesn't have to be now, doesn't have to be tomorrow, but he will. And when he does, make sure to be listening. Make sure to actually reach out and do something about it. When I was a Christian, I would say I was a Christian, but I never looked to listen to better music. I always looked at listening to like rap music. I always looked to seek God. I bought a cross, but I never had read the Bible or even really made it past a couple chapters. I strayed away from going to church, like I mentioned in the last video. I did a lot of things that like really, really pushed me down a dark path. I got to a point so bad that I couldn't even leave my house. The anxiety was so bad. I talked about this a lot, and this became... my room became like a coffin for me. It became like a life sentence here. And I really do truly believe that everything that is happening right now is actually happening because of this, because I'm being shown signs that don't stray, don't leave his side. You might get thoughts or something that's like, maybe I can just take a day off and stay inside. And for me, it really helps to get out. It really helps to do stuff. It really helps even if I'm taking a walk. It feels like an accomplishment. Start with little things if it's hard, but everything that gets you moving, gets you out of the house, gets you doing something, is actually the perfect way to distract yourself. And I feel like it's the perfect way to get closer to God when you are not at home trying to seek Him. So I'm going to edit this video, and then I'm probably going to listen to some more music and some other videos from the guy. I will recommend him down below. He's really awesome. I should probably learn his name too, because I've been watching him and I'm subscribed to him. So I hope this benefits somebody from listening to my story, and hopefully I can continually make these. But I also, like I said, I'll still do car content. I'm just trying to focus on religion too. I'm not trying to focus on like bragging. I'm not trying to be somebody that just posts stuff to brag, because I felt like that's all I was doing. I was posting my car, trying to brag, comparing myself, see who had a better setup, who had a better version of my car, who had, like, it's a car. I'm not taking it with me where I go, and I really need to like accept that, especially with like money, obsessing over money, a lot of different stuff that I'm slowly feeling the shackles just break off. And I hope you guys can hear this and take something from it, and I really hope that I can continually make these for you guys and maybe have you guys be like, oh wow, that's actually crazy. I love you guys all. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. I'll see you guys next one.